a lot of people in the houses, and I was thinking about saying this for a long, long time. And I think, it's the time the way they say it, to be honest. Because I've talked about it for a long time, and I never really got around to saying it. Like, I suppose I was talking about this for a while. It was like Why We Can Fight program or something like that. Something along them lines, I wanted to call it. And just basically, just to say to the Irish people, we've come through a lot. Like, over the last 100 years, we went through a lot. Over the last 700 years, we came through famine, we came through oppression. We came through a lot of hard tasks in this country's history, and we got through it. We got through it as the Irish people, and we got through it united. And we're not united, but with the Irish spirit of undying, the fighting Irish, as you will use the word, that they got up and they pushed forward. And God knows how to push forward people that were left after the famine. God knows how to, honest to God, and after the genocide, may I say, genocide's the best word to use. God knows how they done it. Now we have to look back and say, how did they do it? How did they do it? How did they move on from after losing 1 million people and another 1 million to emigrating? How did they do it? That's as simple as that. Honest to God, some villages only had 36 people left out of 100 people, and you had to how did they do it again? We populate the villages and everything like that. And it's basically what I'm trying to say here. The Irish people have come through so much. At this moment in time, we have a housing crisis, we have a homeless crisis, we have everything under the sun crisis, to be honest. Every part of this state's nearly falling apart. And I suppose why we can fight is just kind of to think back of our history, on our culture, and what our grandfathers, our ancestors done, how they fought through it. I suppose the soldier spirit, they would call it, they fought on with courage, and they fought on with dedication, and they fought on with, compassion. And that's something we should learn, to be honest. That's something we really should learn. As a people that are trying to move forward, I suppose, into a modern decade, like it is 2020 now. And things have changed. Things have definitely changed in this country, and obviously governments haven't changed because they're more corrupt than ever, which is true, which is very true. But why we would fight program, I think it would be a very good thing. The Irish people stand up and say, we're paying our taxes. We deserve everything. We deserve everything we pay for, which is true. Every country deserves. If you pay your tax, you deserve everything. You deserve healthcare. You deserve everything. If you pay your way to the state, you should get what you deserve. And I suppose why we would fight. And as I was talking to one older person, I have a huge respect for older people. And they said in the 50s, Ireland had no money. And they were building social housing, and God knows how, she said to us, God knows how the local authorities afforded to build big housing estates. Like in Cavan alone, they built 3 big housing estates. Cost a bomb, an arm and a leg to build it. But I don't know how, like she said, the country, they need bankrupted the local authorities. But they built them. They got them built. There wasn't any cost overrun. They got them built at the price they said they were going to build it at. And it was built. And there was nearly 6,000, it was something like 6,000 houses built in 1950 in Cavan alone, council houses. And that's a lot. That's a lot for back then when there was no money in the country. And there's money in the country now, but God knows where it's going, to Leo Franco's back pocket. But as I'm saying to people, stand up for your rights, stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what our grandfathers fought for. And don't let it die out. Don't let the Irish culture die out. Don't let the Irish language die out. Stand up. Take a stand. Never give up. And never give in to oppression. Never give in to any kind of oppression against even our own government or any foreign government. Because we are the Irish people. We fought for generations to be free. For 700 years we were under British occupation. And we fought with our words and we fought with arms through them 700 years. And we can't let our country, we can't let ourselves die out. And we can't let our voices die out. And that's one thing we can't let die out, our voices. Because if we lose our voice in this country, we have no voice. We have nothing to fight for. And I'm saying to people, if you believe in something, fight for it. If you're determined to do something, fight for it. And if you want to be free, and if you want to live in a country that cherishes its children that were born in this country, children that were, every day go out to work and pay, make the state a better place and put money into the state's pocket to help people, then fight for it. Fight for it. And the words come to me now that we have so many. I'm sure so many people would agree with me that we came through so much. This country, we came through so much. We fought so hard for independence, and now I fear I feel in my heart that, we're letting our memories, that we're letting, the people who fought and died for us, we're letting their memories just slip for our minds and just forgetting about them, forgetting about the sacrifices they made. And you just think to yourself, would we do it now? The simple as that, what we doing now for this country and the state of this now? And as simple as that, we need to have a programme which we can unite against, we can unite as a people, and have, I suppose, how would I put this? Like in some countries, they have figureheads and the rest of that crack. But they kind of has this programme as a figurehead programme, I suppose you can use that word. I don't know how you could phrase it anyway better, I suppose. But the Why We Can Fight programme, why sworn to be free, and best words too I was thinking of. But we're sworn to be free. And simple as that, that's what's in the Constitution, in the National Anthem, we're sworn to be free. And that's the simple as that, that's what represents Ireland the most, sworn to be free. And I think that represents too, how much bloodshed was spilled in Irish soil to get our independence, to get where we are today. And I think we should never forget that. And to honour our culture, to honour our heritage, and to never let go. We should never let go. There's Irish in Australia, there's Irish in America, still have roots in Ireland, still have connections to Ireland. And they're never going to let go of the heritage. And that's something that we should learn as Irish people. We are a different race than anybody else. And I know this might sound a bit stupid, but we are different. Irish people are very different. Because we went to America after the famine, during the famine too. In our droves, in our hundreds of thousands and our millions. We went to America. We went with nothing. People going on coffin ships with nothing. We probably only a bag, if they had a bag, if they're lucky to have a bag of clothes or personal belongings. And we built ourselves up. And that's something that we have to learn from too. That we built ourselves up in the hopeless situation. And we got through it. We got through it, and we built America too. We helped build America. And we got through it. In hardship, the Irish people always came through it. And we never give in. We always, find ourselves, and we always rise up to the task, and we never back down from our tasks. And that's something we should learn too. Because, years ago, you look back and they're like, how did they do it? How did they do it? How did the Irish people do it? Leave their homeland and go over to America, never to see it again. How did they do it? And as simple as that, they had the spirit that they were going to, achieve something in their life. They wanted to achieve. They wanted to send, money back home to their families. And that's something too. They wanted to have a connection in Ireland. And we have to believe in ourselves. That's one thing we have to do too. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. I don't know, I probably would call this Sworn to Be Free programme. But we see how it works out. If some people can use it. But I'm just saying to people, never let go of your heritage. Never let go of your culture and who you are. And your family's past. And never let go of it. I've seen people, during the Civil War, some families during the Civil War, don't want to talk about the past. And we should talk about it. We should talk about it because it's a part of who we are, and it's a part of our culture, and it's part of what people fought for. And no matter if they're on the Free State side or the anti-treaty side. So we should always remember, the people who are Irish and stayed Irish, and, sadly some of them, turned different ways. But they were still Irish, so fighting for what they believed in for Ireland and for us. So yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.